LinkedIn. I just want to share what I know of LinkedIn. I actually went through a LinkedIn a training, which was 2 days on how to use LinkedIn as a base to expand your network and to get business clients. And so LinkedIn has actually a couple of purposes. So it is the biggest professional network, as I understand now. It is strong in some countries, weaker in other countries. I think for Southeast Asia, Thailand not that big for LinkedIn, but if you go to Indonesia, it's like the must. Okay, for every level of the organization in the company, you'll find people on LinkedIn in Indonesia, for example. Okay, I think it's very strong in, I don't know about Korea.
Is it all over the world?
It's all over the world. Okay, and so for me, the way I understand it, there's really a couple of purposes. The first one is for people to put out their profile and to get a job. Okay, search for a job. On the other side of that, of course, a lot of job recruiters and HR people use LinkedIn as a platform to look for candidates for interesting profiles. Okay, so they used to go through, headhunters, executive search job firms, and now it's free. They go through LinkedIn, even though LinkedIn has actually a lot of paid services. And I said a third part of that, and for which I was trained, is to use LinkedIn as a platform to get clients. Okay, to get to a network and where you can actually have clients. And I think IKN is more of that type. It's all of these objectives. Okay, so the first thing you want to know, and yeah, the structure of how I want to do that. I want to show you what the social selling index is. So everyone, you can go on your LinkedIn. I'll give you the link, and you can check how active you are on LinkedIn. There's actually a quantitative measurement of how you're active on LinkedIn. And then I'll explain to you what is important to have a LinkedIn profile, and then show you a little bit the analytics. And what is important in the profile. It's actually quite simple. I'll go through it and point out some of the details of what is important in your profile. And then we'll talk a little bit about creating posts if you're interested into creating posts. Okay, so what you can do here is type linkedin.com/sales/SSI. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's what is Sawadee.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I made my profile just a few weeks ago.
Yes.
I see I have everything in Norwegian. I should have it in English. Is it possible to have two, Norwegian and English, or do I have to?
No, I don't know actually. I don't know. I don't know actually.
I probably should translate it.
Yeah. So so this is what happens when you do it on Chrome. The social index that you see is actually linked to Robert's LinkedIn.
Me.
It's you, yeah. It's you. So and so that's interesting. So within your network of people, I don't know how many connections you have in your network. Your social index is on the top 45. Okay, so the score is 48 out of 100. Okay, and then you have 4 components here. This is the first component in orange is more how you've built your profile in LinkedIn. And so yeah, it's not bad. The second one is how you use LinkedIn to look out for people. The third one is when you post or when you react to posts, when you like or you comment. So you don't seem to be very active on that. And build a relationship. Wow, you're almost at the maximum.
Interesting.
So so people in your network, the average is 44 and you're 48. Okay.
Where can I get that page?
It's simple. You just type this linkedin.com/sales/SSI.
This one.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you know the ISBB visa password?
I don't know. She typed it for me.
Sawadee.
It's
LinkedIn.
linkedin.com/sales/SSI. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And then we will get our own
Yes.
profile.
Okay. So for example, mine is what is that? Mine is
So see it again,
yeah, it's on the top there. Yeah, it's a bit blurry. LinkedIn.com/sales/SSI. Oh,
Yeah, I used to have Sales Navigator when I was at a previous company.
2 or 3.
okay, okay. It is actually yeah, it comes with Sales Navigator. For example, mine is 57. I'm top 17, and it really goes up and really goes up and down depending on how active on LinkedIn you are. I basically stopped looking at LinkedIn for 2 or 3 months, but in May I remember I was like top 5%, and my score was 64. So it really depends on what you're doing. And if you look here, not much move. Oh, you were down 7% since last week.
Whoa.
Oh my God, what have you done?
I was on holiday.
Oh, that's why.
Ah.
And I actually posted this week 3 posts, and I'm up 15% since last week.
Mhm.
Okay, so it gives you an idea as you move on with LinkedIn. You can check, on a weekly basis how you're active on
Sorry,
LinkedIn.
to ask again, can you spell again the password for the?
Password?
Yeah. for
Password,
the-
you know.
Shall I ask them?
asked
Yes.
outside, and then they said, she said Sawadi, SAWAD.
S, it's a big S.
No, small, all small. Sawadi, Sawadi cup, Sawadi. And then first we were not working, and then maybe she did it E, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you type.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think it's in the spelling. Okay.
It works now.
Thank you.
Sawasti.
Wasdi. Okay.
Why is it hiding? Sawasti.
It's the rogue S.
There is a S somewhere.
So that's a very useful tool already. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah. And so as you build your profile and you start searching for jobs or you want to post, you can see how active you are. So that gives you a measure of where you are. Okay. So why do you need a LinkedIn profile? It's simple as that. It's like your personal brand. It's an easy way to get a web page for yourself. It's all there. You don't have to create a page on whatever tools. It's already there for you. I believe that today, if you're looking for a job, all the recruiters go on LinkedIn. Even though they get, there's a platform for job searching. Ultimately, all HR will go on LinkedIn and look at your profile anyway. Okay, even if high profile, I've been approached by executive firms through LinkedIn, of course, but outside of LinkedIn, they still look at my LinkedIn profile. They want to see, what I put inside. Okay. And then for networking is the first thing that people look at, actually. If you go to social networking events, you don't exchange business cards anymore. You exchange your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I need to go back to yours. Okay, so that's Robert. Okay, so the first thing that you can look at before I go to the profile itself, to look at the analytics here. Okay, so it's only private to you. So if you again, I want to show that that's your homepage. Okay, so you click on your name. You can do that all together. If you click on your name, then you get access to your profile. Okay, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the analytics. So this is only available to you. People won't be able to see that. That's why I'm going to Roberts. So, and this is also a way to measure how visible you are on LinkedIn. And so here, 72, so Robert had 72 people looking at his profile, okay? And when people were searching things, Robert's name appeared in 73 times, okay? And actually, if you post things, you will see also how much post views you have, okay? and you even have analytics on a daily basis of how many people have seen your post and how many people have engaged into your post, which liked or commented. Okay. And if you go there, if you click here, you will see the people who have viewed the profile. So obviously me, I just did it. And other people. Okay. Someone from McDonald's 45 minutes ago.
You like McDonald's?
Did you have breakfast
Honestly,
there?
I've not eaten McDonald's since I was 15.
Okay.
Since they gave me food poisoning. Maybe that's why.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So you don't have a lot of details here. You actually have to pay a premium to get access to more details here. But at your level, it's not that. I don't think it's very important here. So I don't remember how much you have to pay for the
I
premium
didn't bother.
service. Yeah.
I didn't bother.
Yeah. And I guess it's the same for search appearance. So you see how, yeah, top companies, your searchers work. So the people who actually were searching and found your name were these people. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know the top one. I'm also Canadian as well. Maybe that's why.
Okay. And these are the profile of the people who were looking at your profile or searching for you. Okay. So that also, if you can as you're active on LinkedIn, this is what you look at. Okay. Your analytics. Okay. Now let's go to the profile itself. I use my profile. Find it. No, get me. So it's just one example, but what are the elements of a profile? I think the first one actually, and people tend to ignore that, is the banner. Okay, so if you look at your banner, look at. Can I see your banner? Yeah, just click on here. Yeah. Okay, so you actually chose a banner. Okay, but a lot of people just forget that there's a default banner, which is the LinkedIn blue thing here that you have probably.
Nothing there.
Yeah. And so when people look at this, it's the biggest part of the profile. So you better choose an image that represents your brand or your message. Okay. Actually, the way I did it, so this is the name of the company or the group that I'm working for. So that's obvious. If I look at okay.
Mine's not very good. It's the hot air balloon.
So Robert seems to be wanting to travel high on the balloon. Okay. So it gives you an idea of, what, as a job recruiter or a networking person, you look at that and it gives you an idea of the profile of the person, the personality of the person. Okay. Mine is not perfect. You have, obviously, when you look at it, oh, it seems that he's doing coaching. And it seems that he's in Asia. Okay. What you can put inside is actually your email directly, so they don't have to scroll down and where click on the contact info. You can put your email here, or you can even put a message here. I'm a dynamic, wonderful, exceptional HR educator, for example. Okay, so you can. So you have to build up your image and then upload it into your profile. So that's the first thing. Okay.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
you see like the headshot, like the photo.
Yeah.
Maybe because we have a school photographer, if you want to sort of do a group one, and we can do them for free, like
that's great.
professional headshots. If you guys
Cool.
want that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
So if I make a message to you, they said try premium. So
Yeah, I'll talk about it later on. Yeah, how to connect to people. So first thing is the banner. The second thing is obviously the picture. Okay. So you see how handsome Robert is on this picture.
I got a new one, but I haven't changed it yet. But
Okay.
because we just did a whole load of new ones for the team. So.
Okay. So the picture obviously is important. You have to appear dynamic, or it doesn't have to be like like mine is a little bit like a passport ID type of picture.
Yeah.
It could be different. You could actually be in a different pose, okay, or whatever. Okay. So that's the second thing. In the I'll talk about it later. The third thing is the tagline here. So the tagline is here, okay. And so again, this is a short summary of who you are and or your profile or what differentiates you from the others or the services that you want to put forward. So for me, it was like this. I'm a coach. I help executives achieve success, growth, and breakthrough leadership. So that's my tagline. So that's it's more like, it's not even an elevator pitch, it's shorter than that. So you have to work on that. I remember the first IPN meeting, we had our skills, and you have to put it there. You have to put it there. One thing that he mentioned is that when the recruiters look for a profile, they use keywords, okay? And so you have to be careful that those keywords that are important are in your tagline or in your LinkedIn somewhere. If you know that they might be looking for an educator, they might be looking for someone that has, I don't know, restructuring experience, all those words that are important. Put yourself in the shoes of a recruiter and think about the keyword that they're going to look at and make sure that those keywords are in your profile, because when they search, they want to have that. Okay.
And then this is the whole of the profile, not only the first.
Yeah. There's something more. So banner, the photo itself, the tagline. So work a little bit on tagline. I think can't be that long. It can be a bit more longer than that, but not that long. Okay. What you can do also is put emoticons on it as well. It's like a smiley or emojis.
Emojis.
Yeah.
Could be emojis. Is that?
Yeah, you can, because it attracts the attention.
Okay, so it's professional.
Yeah, it's fine. You can do it.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. I
I'm
mean,
not sure if it's seen like that all over the world.
I've seen posts for people that are on LinkedIn, very professional. They use the emojis. It doesn't have to be something completely funny. I mean, you use it in a modest, humble way.
Yeah.
But you can actually put in there, so it attracts attention.
Especially if you're doing business with startups like
Yeah.
emojis.
Yeah.
It's like efficient communication. Like rocket ship usually means startup. In startup language, rocket ship means a startup.
Yeah. Okay. So I won't go through all the details. It will come naturally. And then I think what is important is the summary. Okay. So this is my public profile actually. So when people look at that, they see, of course, my picture, the banner, my tagline. If they want to go more into detail, they have my contact info, my website, this part is only for people who want to do business with LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm providing services, executive coaching, leadership development, corporate training. If you're looking for a job, you don't need to fill this in, obviously. Okay, and then the next important part is here, the about part. Okay, so that's the summary. This is your story. What are you? Why are you different from the others? And so here in my case, it could be, I think it's about that long. Okay, I think I've used the maximum of words. Maybe you can add a little bit more. And so for me, I'm trying to sell a service on LinkedIn. And so when I look at that, I want people to understand what I do, with whom, how I'm special, how I can help people, how they will benefit working with me. And then at the end, I add a little bit about my profile, my certifications, what I do, my cultural background, and then my contact details. Okay. For someone that looking for a job, the point here is not to do a summary of your CV, because you're gonna have the part on work experience. Here it's like motivation letter, or it's like an essay. Tell your story. What is special about you? What have you done that really stands out? So that when they look at that, they immediately know, okay, it looks like a great person. Okay.
It's like a cover letter for.
Yeah, it's like a cover letter. You can do that. You can say that. Okay, so that's the about. And then obviously, when you have that, you need to fill in the experience. So that's the CV part. I think that's the most obvious part of the LinkedIn profile that you need to fill in. And so it's very much like a CV, where you your title, the name of the company. If you have a logo of the company, it's even better. Okay, sometimes there's no logo, so it feels like you. It feels like, were they really working? And then of course you have the timeline and the city. Okay, I'm not super happy about mine because it's a bit too simple. Okay, and here, especially when you're looking for a job, it's important to know to, of course, say what you've been doing. Okay, so here, example, I was the GM for Abrasive Southeast Asia, so I was looking at P&L operations for different accounts, and I had 3 industrial plants. Okay, so that's what I was doing. What is missing actually in my profile is what were the achievements during my tenure in that job, and that's the important part that most LinkedIn profile miss. Okay. You want to look at what Robert has put.
I don't think I just put my job title. That's it.
Yeah, so job title only, and there's no description. So you really want to work on that, whether it's on LinkedIn profile or on your CV itself.
And just the description that you put in there, is that also linked to keyword search?
Yes, of course it is. Yes, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good point, right.
Okay. So if you, in doing your job, you've done a wonderful project and the customer was super happy, just put it on. If you make people, your team happy about the way you manage this, put it there. So think about achievements that you've done, things that are really stand out. Okay. And it could be much more detailed than that. For me, I guess I could have done better.
Why don't you put the logo of Saint-Gobain at the place of Palm?
Because Palm was actually sold. It's not part of Saint-Gobain anymore. So that's why.
And it's like automatic as well, right?
Yeah, it's automatic because when you pick the company, normally companies are already the company profile are already inside.
So you don't just write it in and pick them.
You pick them, yeah. If you're not happy, then you can create one. Okay, but most of the time, hopefully the companies that you've been working on already have a profile, and you just pick them. It's better to pick them because it automatically creates a network with the people that are working in the company or previously were working in this company. So automatically creates a network.
That's very common.
Okay, so it's all there. Like for example, this is something that you can do. So I started my career at GE Power, and I was a project manager, and I was working on a power plant construction in China, and so I put the PDF of that, that project. So if you want to look at it, they'll see. So if they click, then that is this description of that project. So you can do that,
you can put it on the PDF or JPG or.
Yeah, it's PDF.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the experience part. And then what is important, I'm going to skip that because the recommendations. Okay. And this is not an easy thing to do. And so here, for example, I have a recommendation. I have only one. Okay, I'm still working on it. And so Alex wrote something for me, and he was working for me, and then I coached him, so he was very happy. So he wrote something for me. Okay, and so that it's like when you go on TripAdvisor, what are you looking at? You're looking at people recommendations or advice, right? It's the same for LinkedIn. I mean, if you have people who say that you're wonderful, you are a great person to work with, it's even more precious than any other work experience that you have. So
Should this be the same from the same people you have as references?
what do you mean by,
A reference when you apply for a job.
Yeah.
You have some people they can call
yeah,
to ask
Yeah.
about you,
Mhm.
for instance.
Yeah. that could,
The
yeah,
same.
yeah, it could be reference, it could be friends, it could be colleagues, anyone, anyone. It just, when you build in your profile, you see it.
This is so unusual. I feel like I will,
Yeah,
difficult
it
to
feels,
ask for, isn't it?
it feels awkward.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So actually here, you just click there, and then you, through LinkedIn, you send them a request. Can you please do a recommendation for me? Yeah.
Oh.
And you can follow up by a
Wow.
little WhatsApp. I'll buy you dinner. Okay.
Why don't I have the recommendation? It's for the
Oh, yeah. hang on.
Oh,
premium.
Yeah, maybe it's,
no, it's not premium.
I don't have that
no one's given me a
recommendation.
recommendation.
Oh, you don't have it?
I don't
Look,
have it
go
either.
down.
I
I
don't
don't
have
have it either.
That's
No.
interesting.
education, skill, and interest.
Oh,
And I didn't have the about thing either.
Also,
if
the
you-
premium,
maybe, no, it's not premium. Maybe if you add profile section here. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I have to
Oh, you
choose this
can,
one.
oh.
Yeah.
Add one.
So if you don't have it, you can click on here, add profile section, and then you can, yeah, you see here, it's already there, and you can add, okay? And what you can do is to recommend other people, and in exchange, they will recommend you, okay? And so again, just a summary, before we go into more details, the banner is important, the photo has to be professional, the tagline has to be there, your story, so is the about part needs to be there, okay? The work experience with details of your achievements, and the recommendation. These are, I think, the most important part of LinkedIn, of your LinkedIn profile. Then there's more details here, and I'll just cover that quickly. The skills part, or the education, okay, so you can put whatever you want. Oh, okay, the certifications, okay. So on top of your education, you might have, gone through trainings or other things, so you can put it there. So this is what I put. So this is the ICF, this is the yoga certification I have, and these are all the coaching NLP certification that I got. So you can put whatever you want. Yeah. It has to be relevant to your profile, of course. Okay. But it's fine if you are a piano teacher and you work in HR, that's fine. I think that should work as well. It shows that you're a very roundabout person. And then the skills part. So the skills part, here you want to add the skills part. And again, that's part of the keyword that they will be looking at. Okay. So I think there's like, I don't know how many skills. You can choose a lot of skills. I actually chose 18. I don't know why I chose so much. So go, wait, how do I add skills? I don't remember.
I think I haven't written it myself, but picking out from the,
Plus, yeah.
I have 20.
Wow, more than me then. That's cool. Okay, I don't have the plus here because this is my product profile, now I understand. You have skills, Robert? Yeah, you have, okay.
Yeah, not many.
Okay, 10, okay. And so yeah, you click here on plus, and then you can, there's so many skills that are available, okay? So just type whatever. Psychology, counseling. So do that, take your time. There's so many things that you can add here that are interesting, okay? And then what you can do is ask people to endorse you. Okay, so you say, I'm good at project management. And so you send out an invitation to your network and say, can you please endorse me. So say I'm good at project management.
Wow.
And at the same time, you do that for them. Okay. So I don't have that many here. So, for management, I have 14 people endorsing me. I don't remember why. For business strategy, for project management. Okay. So that, it's like TripAdvisor advice. So you actually do that. Okay. And then you have the language part, the interest. Some people look at that as well. It's on LinkedIn. So there are people that are your connections, and then people that you follow. Okay. And so especially the influencers. So it's sometimes the recruiters will look at that, and say, oh, what are the people that this candidate is following? So I'll know a little bit about his personality. And so, yeah, these are the people that I just follow, which are more or less active on LinkedIn. The companies that I follow, Saint-Gobain is obviously because I work there. And then the groups that you are in, and the schools. Okay. So this is not super important. That's why I don't want to spend too much time on that.
But I have
Yeah.
a question. I can put it on that influencer, the sectors, company, group, school.
Yeah, because you're not following any influencers.
If I following the
They will
influencer,
appear.
yes.
Yeah, you will appear. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a good time to ask a question.
Good.
So Sang-Soo and I, we want to add and manage the LinkedIn for Here We Are.
So I'm gonna ask the
Jaylan.
Enzo. Yeah,
Okay.
Enzo.
Okay. Then what else do I want to say? Yeah, just look at the now that you've done your profile. Okay. So what you can do is search for jobs, obviously. So look at yeah, let's look at the network. Can I look at your network?
Sure.
Okay.
No,
Go for it.
no secret.
No, full transparency.
Full transparency. And so Robert has a lot of connections, 1,000, more than 1,000.
Wow.
Okay. Following 6 persons, 2 groups, etc. So these are these are the connections that he has. Okay, so LinkedIn will propose based on your network, based on your interest. They will propose people, and it's quite incredible that they propose people actually that sometimes it's quite amazing. And so as simple as that, so you will see people. You can click here and connect to them. So you send them an invitation to connect to you. They have to agree. Okay, yeah, they have to agree. They have to say yes. Okay. So you will, when you receive an invitation to connect, you'll see, okay, Paul is sending you an invitation to connect. Agree or ignore. Okay, you can ignore me or you can accept. Okay. Some other people's, because they have too much connections, they have a setting where it's follow. Okay, so these are people that you follow. You can see their post, but you're not actually connected to them. Okay, so being connected to one person, the only advantage is your ability to message them. Okay, if a person is not connected to you, is not part of your network, you cannot message them. Okay, you can actually, if you pay the premium, the Sales Navigator is the paid services on LinkedIn.
How about the context? Context is just
so connections. So connections is people that follow Robert and are connected to Robert. Okay, but the number of connection is the real people is only 500. Okay, so same. I guess same for me. I have like 1,000 people that are connected to me, but I think I have like 700 people who are actually connections.
Okay, now understand the difference.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Still don't. I have 3
Yeah, people
friends
can.
that are 3 connections, but they are not my friends.
Yeah.
Or contacts.
Again, when you
Why?
want to connect to someone, I don't want to click because it might send it out. I don't remember. If you can choose to, if you look
Actually,
at
why
my
don't you type in
profile.
civil, maybe? You type in civil. Maybe I can find civil.
It's SIBY.
Oh, sorry, so confusing. Is that you?
Yeah.
Cool. View full profile. Okay. So if so here, I'm sending an invitation to connect. Okay. If
You can do that if you want.
you can click more, and you can just follow. So
And they will see we follow them or not?
actually, when people follow you, you don't get a notification.
Okay.
You don't know. But that means that it's actually a setting that you can, if you go in deep into your LinkedIn profile settings, you will enable or not enable people to follow you. It's actually a default setting. So people can follow you. So that means that if I follow Sibyl here, if she's posting something, I will see it. Okay. But she's not the connection, which means I cannot send her a message. Okay. And she doesn't have to, when I click follow, she doesn't have to agree. If I click connect, she'll receive a message and she'll have to say agree, and then you're connected.
Yeah, but then you're connected and it's not a contact.
If you're connected, you're contact. This is what I understand.
I just got an invitation from a friend. I only have 3 connections, so it was a
Yeah.
new. I
Mhm.
haven't been active at all.
Yeah.
And I accepted it, and in my here he's under connections and not contact.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's a misunderstanding for me.
Yeah, because I don't know
Yeah.
how to get the contact then, but well,
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I thought it was contact.
yeah.
Okay. And so here you can search. Obviously, you can search by name. You can search by position. If you want, search by educator. You'll have jobs, people. So if you're looking for people that are educator, then you click on educator, and then you have filters here. So you can filter by connections so you understand first, second, and third, that concept. So first is your direct connection, second is the connection of your connection, and third is the third level. Okay. Did you get that point? So if I'm so suppose we are connected through LinkedIn, so you are my first line of connection. Okay. Second is I'm connected to you and you have 100 connections. So your 100 connections are second to me. Okay. And then there's third. Okay. This is how it works. Location, the company, the school, the industry. So you can actually, you can search. You can, and actually if you pay the premium, you will get much more filters. You will have a much comprehensive search tool. But normally, for what we are doing right now, it's just enough. Okay.
Robert, I don't have your invitation.
I didn't click. I didn't click
okay.
because it's not my
okay,
profile.
so-
I'll let Robert send it out.
Decide, yeah.
Yes.
No pressure.
I just a little bit.
And if you click on jobs, it will be the same thing. So you'll be looking for title. I don't want to talk too much because it will go into your LinkedIn profile.
Sort out my algorithms.
Yeah.
That's my
And so you can search for a job title or a company, you'll see the search. And then again, you have all the filters, and then you can search by location, by company, maybe by salary as well, if the salary is there. And so there's I'll let you go through it. I think the point is for you now is to build your LinkedIn profile, but know that behind the jobs, there's many things that you actually can do. You can create job alerts, so they can send you an email every day or every week of all the new jobs that are available. And when you apply, you can actually apply directly. Sometimes, most of the time, you can apply directly. Okay, and then you upload your CV. Okay. And so obviously there's a messaging app there. It's like basically it's like Messenger or whatever. So you can message your connections easily. No, now I just want to have a short talk about the post itself. So your the way it works on LinkedIn is very different from Facebook or Instagram. You will see, I don't like Facebook, so I'm going to speak bad about Facebook. But if you look at your Facebook feed, half of that is advertisement. Okay. Yeah, half of that, more or less. Let's say 30%, 40%. To actually be on top of your feed, people pay. Okay.
Facebook.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
If you want to get visibility of your post on Facebook, you just have to pay. Okay. And so they have algorithm, etc. You just pay, and you're on top. So it's quite easy to be there. You just have to pay. Instagram is the same thing. You can have, and you can, and because Facebook, they know so much about all the profiles, so you can choose male, female, the age, your interest, by country, by city, by whatever, and you can, add to the feed of the people that you actually choose to. So that's Facebook. LinkedIn is completely different. LinkedIn, what will appear on your feed is the post of the people that you follow and that are connected to you. Okay, and what comes at the top is most of the time is the posts that are most liked or commented. Okay, and so if I look at here, so this is what happens if you're and second, what you will see, what you will see as well is the post that other people liked, that your connections have liked. Okay, so it creates like it's a snowball. Okay, so I post something, and Mary will like it, and then you will like it, and you will like it, and so my post becomes super, they start to be seen by many people. And for LinkedIn, the magic is the first hour. As you post, you have to have engagement in the first hour, and so that your post will appear on top of other people's feed. Okay, so that's the trick. So what is good about LinkedIn is that you don't have to pay, but when what you post has to be of interest for people to like it, so that it appears to other people. Okay.
But if you're only looking for a job, what kind of thing would you post? Unless you have something to sell or something to,
So for example, I'm looking into jobs into children's rights, education for development. So I seek people whose posts are relevant to what I do, and I like it, I will share.
But you don't write anything then, you're active on posts.
I might make a comment on, very relevant, or, I try to be very careful, because I find it from a professional point of view. I don't want to say, oh, this is great, because what does that mean? And, maybe somebody from another agency might have conflicting views. So I try to be very careful, but I need to work on that. To really active, because somebody will be linked on the third degree. So I have a lot of work to do.
So I never post, right? I never post anything, but I use this as this is called your news feed, basically. So I look at this every morning, I log on, I see if I've got any messages, and I just look through maybe for about 10 minutes scrolling, just to see who is doing what in my business community, right? And everyone's posting. For me, I don't really post because ISB is posting a lot. And so what I just do is I just like ISB posts, and that comes up as me, it'll have my name and then everything from ISB, because we have a department whose job it is to make posts. So I don't have to post for myself.
Do you feel it's relevant on your feed?
Yeah, because it's from my organization. I will then like it. But I don't tend to like other people's stuff. I'm looking at it like I look at a newspaper every morning, just to see what is going on. Maybe Bangkok Patterns are doing something, maybe NIST have done something, and then I might look at that to see, okay, what are they doing? But
It's all about building up to follow, build up the things that you're interested in, and
Yeah.
then it will be an interesting feed. Yeah.
exactly. And I think for the jobs, that's something totally different. So when I do look at jobs, I look at jobs that happen going in Singapore, I look at jobs going in Bangkok, I see who's hiring.
Just
You know,
research.
yeah, but for mainly I use it like a newspaper.
Yeah, if you like someone and you start seeing who is liking the same post. So you start saying, okay, I keep seeing that name. So you start looking into that name and what that person is doing. And I do lots of conferences. So lots of the groups I follow have webinars.
Yeah.
So then you start going to webinars through their organization.
There's events, yeah, there's events, there's sharing. I mean, it's a interesting source of information actually. So yeah, it could be actually very interesting.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
I'm hopefully having fun. Sorry, I have to go to a different meeting. So
We are
that's
connected.
why I'm not here.
For me, because I'm trying to get business on through LinkedIn, so I actually post, and so
So
that
then you have something to say. You know, you have some-
Yeah.
You have a goal.
yeah,
in your
exactly, yeah.
message.
As a job seeker, you have to know when you go to a public profile like mine, for example, I'll just use that example because I'm from Robert LinkedIn account. You can actually see my activity. Okay. So this is what I posted here. This is a post. This is a post as well. And I shared one post. And so if you click show activity, so this one, I think there was, yeah. So this guy that I work with, his birthday, so I liked it. So you can actually see the post that I reposted or that I liked. Okay, so you see the activity, my activity.
Is there some way you can put on like say a PowerPoint deck of the work that you've done? Is there some like resources area? Because I was once speaking to a headhunter.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, you know, you should put some examples of some work that you've done.
Yeah.
There is,
Yeah.
there is.
So this is
There is
I'm here. This
I
is
never
what
thought
I've
about
done.
it. Yeah, okay, so that's with the PDF that you put in there.
Yeah, you can actually do that. Yeah.
There's not a separate special place for that.
No. There's no special place to do that.
Because that's sometimes apparently that's quite a good thing to do. People can sort of see an example of some of the work that you've done. So
Yeah.
you've delivered something for a client, you take out the client information.
Yeah.
You know, but you leave sort of, you know,
Yeah. So you can actually, I would do that in the work experience part.
yeah.
Or, you know, publication, if I wrote reports and things like that, so I'm gonna add now
Yeah.
publications.
Yeah.
Now that they see we can add on the side.
Yeah.
So it can
Even more interesting.
Publication that
Oh, no.
you've done, yeah. And I think basically, what about the post itself? Yeah, it's actually a very nice source of information about the business, what is going on. What I read is a lot about leadership. So actually, what I found boring in LinkedIn is that a lot of people are publishing about my boss has come to my plant to visit, and then you have a group picture, and then that's it. So that's very boring. But there's informations about leadership linked to articles. People are sharing maybe research papers or information. It actually can be interesting.
Yeah.
Spend a little time. I spend much more time on LinkedIn than on Facebook, to be frank. But that's not because my interest is more into professional leadership development. Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
Great.
Okay,
Yes.
we have the big two questions.
Yes.
I have one question is, we are thinking about making an IPN LinkedIn page.
Yeah.
So question is, can you make it? And then how can we utilize that the group, the page? So LinkedIn, my personal knowledge was just for the personal intention, but there's the group, the LinkedIn page too. So how can you?
Yeah,
use it?
so you can create a company. Yeah, you can create a company. LinkedIn, the way it's worked, and it's different from Facebook. Facebook, you have you have a company profile that are active. When you look at the restaurant, you have the restaurant there and all information. LinkedIn is not designed for this. LinkedIn is really for personal profile. So if you actually if you create a company profile, nobody will look at it. They will look at the personal profile. So a company will just be something, or a group will be something as an umbrella of personal profile. But the way LinkedIn works is really their personal profile.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm understanding. So how can we if we make with the LinkedIn page just for we can connect to that page and then we share information each other.
Yeah, this I need to work on. I don't actually know how it works. You can actually create a group. You can create IPN and ask everyone to follow that group or to be part of that group.
Like that.
Yeah, like this one. So I just
Exactly.
clicked on ISB, right?
Cool.
So I'm not sure who manages this page. It's not me, but someone manages it. And yeah, it comes up with anything that's tagged in it. So Mark Evelyn, the director of risk management, he's just spoken at a couple of conferences. So he's tagged ISB. So now it's automatically gone into here. But there's not that much information, right?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I got an idea.
Yeah.
The sample of ISP we can create a IPN page.
Yeah.
Not for the details. I can and then
And then
some
for
news.
POER, we need to ask.
Yeah, and then okay.
But I think it's probably got a lot of
Kind
posts.
of different from.
Yeah, so the ISB, ISB are quite active on LinkedIn. So what I do is I'll sort of like these.
Okay.
This is an amazing video. I don't know if you guys have seen this video.
Yes.
It's amazing, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautifully
I've
shot
seen that,
video.
yeah.
Just from
I
the
don't know
other
who
day.
did it.
Yeah, we just bought a new camera and our photographer.
Okay.
So we have a school photographer. He can fly drones. He can take headshots. He can do editing and stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot you can do. So yeah, if you want a headshot, professional headshot, he can. I can arrange a day for everybody to come in
That
and
would
do
be
it.
great.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, he's got the full-on lighting set up and everything.
And you have makeup people and.
That's the drama. That's the drama department.
This is drama department. So that's great teamwork then.
Thank you very much. I will come 2 hours prior.
So should we stop the recording?
Yes, I think you can, yeah.
Okay.